All right, Colorado Mesa RMAC Tournament champions with a overtime winner, 13-12. Coach, we'll start with an opening statement and then go ahead with questions.
Yeah, exciting win. Thought I might have a heart attack at some point during that game, but just glad that we could stick together and pull it out. I know it was stressful for these guys as well, but it might have helped that we've been in that situation before, one other time in the RMAC. And so I think we were confident. As soon as it hit overtime, we kind of knew what we needed to do, and we proved that right off the whistle. So definitely exciting to win that game. We made it more difficult on ourselves than we needed to, but at the end of the day, we won, and that's all that matters to me. So,
James, overtime winner, 7 seconds into overtime. Take me through it. What was going through your mind?
Honestly, I had a lot of trust in Trey and Mike, the guy taking the face off. He told me right before that. He said, "I'm going to make it a ground ball. Just let's go get it." And I said, "All right." Ball popped out right in front of me, and don't really know what happened after that, to be completely honest with you. But we got it done, so super grateful for that.
James, can you just talk a little more about that moment? You're a guy who's been with the program for a long time. You've won RMAC championships before, won awards before, but to just be right in the center of this game, both with the 4 goals you scored in the semi and, having the game winner today, MVP of the tournament, just talk about how the ball sort of found you in this tournament.
Yeah, I'm super blessed because I got good teammates, and they find me when I'm open, and I try to do the same for them. And it's been a really great year. It's been a bit of a different year because of the scheduling and the way things are ran, but at the end of the day, I love our team. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, and I'm just super grateful that I got to do it again for my 5th year, and just happy to do it with Coach Moyer, getting me back here, and all the other seniors and everybody else involved. So just super grateful to just be able to be here again.
Trey, for you from the defensive side, they've got a lot of, attacking options. You guys really clamped them down in the first half. They kind of got back in it in the second half. You guys were put in some tough situations with the extended man-down penalties. Just talk about the defensive game plan, how you guys were able to make enough stops down the stretch.
Yeah, I think, it helps so much that we face great guys in practice every day. We got a lot of trust in each other out there, and we played simple. I think that was the biggest part of it. Nobody really tried to do too much. We trusted each other and helped us get the job done.
Coach, you were watching yesterday when CUI jumped out to that big first-half lead against Westminster, and this time it was you guys getting on the front foot in the first half. And even though they came back and made it a game in the second half, how significant was it for you guys to be the team that got off to the start you did and got that early lead?
Yeah, that was obviously huge. It was interesting because I think for the most part, anytime we've been in a close game, we've ended up coming out in the second half a little bit stronger. So I'd say that was maybe a little out of character for us. But it definitely helped that we got to a lead early and made sure that we were filling ourselves with confidence. Kudos to CUI. They did a heck of a job making adjustments at halftime and just playing solid lacrosse. I think that goes back to, like you mentioned, how they played yesterday. Definitely filled themselves with a lot of confidence and came out like a totally different team than they had been maybe earlier in the year. And so they were tough to play. I wasn't shocked to see them not, kind of like roll over and give up in the second half. I was definitely expecting them to come out and throw some punches. I don't know that I'd expect exactly that. But like I said, kudos to them. They were a tough team, and I'm just grateful that we could stick with it and come out on top in the end.
Troy, in your 2 years at the head of the program, undefeated at home, talk about the atmosphere tonight. What is it about being at home that seems to get these guys fired up?
Yeah, I think it's maybe a couple things. The first thing is it's always nice to, I don't want to speak for these guys, but at least for me, it's nice to be able to sleep in your own bed and not have to wake up in a hotel and kind of you get to stay in your routine. I don't know that these guys were super pumped about having to go to class the past couple days when other teams got to be out, but they did it. They stuck to it and truly proved the student-athlete mantra. And so Yeah, it's just nice to be at home, first of all, and then it's great to have our fans in the stands. You can definitely hear the energy. Can't always hear what they're saying, and probably thankful for that at times. But the energy is infectious. You know, you can hear the roar anytime something happens. They're always behind us, and so it was great to play in front of our fans. Yeah, I've been thinking a little bit about the undefeated at home thing. You never want to mention it before it's too early or whatever, and so I'm glad we could keep that defended. Hoping to carry that on in the future as well. So.
Trey Corkin III. That's a fitting name for a three-peat on your home field. Talk about what that means to you and the program.
You know, it's my 4th year, and I think, you know, we're a big culture team. Where we stick to the things we do every day in practice. You know, the guys buy into it. We're a gritty team that works hard. I think, you know, that helps you do something over and over and over again. Yeah, we're a family. Iron sharpens iron, and we got guys that work hard and aren't afraid to play games like that. So we don't back down from a challenge, and yeah, that's about it. All I got.
James, over to you. Like I said, three-peat on your home field, second overtime win within the last couple of weeks. Talk about what it means to be able to secure the MVP on your home field.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it in practice all the time, but anybody can win on any given day, right? They're a good team. They're a good program. It's their first year. They won a national championship at the club level last year. And so I guess rather than just winning in overtime, just winning in general is huge for us because they are a good lacrosse team. They beat Westminster, who was ranked 15. And so kudos to them. But also, we work so hard every day. You know, you come into these games, you think about what we did in January and what we did in August and September, October, November, and it's just nice to see all the hard work kind of come to fruition, no matter if it's a 10-goal win or a 1-goal win. We got the job done and we did enough. So,
Sort of going off of that, 3 RMAC tournament championships in a row, and the way you guys won this one, how sweet is it? How sweet is this specific 2024 edition?
Yeah, definitely exciting. Maybe more of a relief for me than anything at the end of the game. But, man, I'm sure tomorrow maybe I'll be able to wake up and look back at it and get a little bit more excited. It was just a whirlwind. Like I said, about to have a heart attack out there, I believe. And so, yeah, fantastic way to end the RMAC play and, you know, kind of go out on top with another trophy. So exciting, to say the least.
James, you sort of talked about Trey. Do you want to maybe piggyback on that? Your thoughts?
I think it's like they've been saying, they're a solid squad, but I mean, we work so hard, and we rise to the occasion on our own home field, and it was a really tight game. I wasn't surprised that we won, but you know, I was definitely a little nervous at times. I'm just really glad we were able to pull it out.
You guys have said, and I think every team that's come in here has sat down and said some variation of lacrosse is a game of runs, and there were a lot of momentum shifts in this game for both teams, and one sort of big one was when Dylan scored that go-ahead goal, got hurt on the play. Sort of seemed like it was a opportunity. Maybe the wind gets taken out of your sails. Maybe, you know, you're sitting on your play stopped. You're sitting back for a while. Just talk about that moment, knowing that you're going to have to win some face-offs against the first-team all-conference guy on the other side in the face-off circle. Mike Edwards coming up huge. Just sort of talk about those late-game moments and how you guys were able to steady the ship and get it to OT and win it in OT.
Yeah, I'll start because I think that there's something that needs to be said. I am so thankful for Becca Gardenhire. Our athletic trainer did a fantastic job of making sure that Mike Edwards was able to play this week. He's been out with a little injury and battling to kind of get back in practice, and she planned it out perfectly to have him do just enough that we felt comfortable putting him out there for when we needed him to be out there. And no bigger moment than, like you mentioned, Checkett scores that goal, unfortunately gets a little banged up, and we need a guy to step up. Full confidence in Mike to get the job done. So that was huge, not just for Mike to get out there and make a play, but also for Becca to get him out there. So super thankful to her. Definitely appreciative of that.
Well, Coach, players, congratulations on the RMAC Tournament Championship, and thank you for your time.
If we got time, I got one more thing to say. Coach Flynn, our assistant coach, his wife Rachel is currently in labor, so he actually left and wasn't at the game, but he's about to have a little boy. So we're happy for him and for her and proud of him. Hopefully everything goes well and just excited to get him back with the team on Monday or Tuesday or whenever we get started.
Sounds good.
Yeah, right. Hopefully we can keep him around.